Hello guys, welcome to another FU Money. Here we are again after being banned for the weekend. And let me just stop the I'm still listening to the music here. Okay. Now I'm not listening to the music anymore. So, welcome guys. Let me just see who's here. So we have already 12 people live. That's good. Welcome everyone. So as you guys know, I was live streaming on Saturday after buying a new computer, and I thought, wow, I got banned. Now I have to return the computer and all the stuff I had purchased. But luckily we are here again after YouTube basically apologizing on the email and saying that actually they were watching the videos again and nothing strange was there. So I guess this was the algorithm. The YouTube algorithm was a bit crazy. So I got banned after 10 minutes of live stream on Saturday. Everyone was asking me what happened, and it took me a bit to understand what was happening because I was still recording and I was not live anymore. So, you know, I have a tweet there if you want to see the video that I was recording after being banned and just looking at the stuff and saying, wow, what's happening? I'm not live. So that's it. So on Saturday, I was not even at my house. So I was visiting some friends, and I even bought a new computer because I had enough of having to sync the audio and the video. And by the way, can you guys tell me if the audio and the video are in sync right now? Just tell me something or write something on the chat and I will see. Let's see. So I will wait for you guys to tell me if the audio and video are in sync, and I will continue. So basically I went for the weekend. I had a party away from my home and I bought a new computer on Friday. I was trying to configure everything just to be able to live stream on Saturday. I was all the time just using the keyboard on my computer and trying to configure everything on time. I finally got something to work, and after 10 minutes being live, bam, I was banned by YouTube. I don't know why. They never explained, by the way. They never gave me a reason, so I don't know why the algorithm banned the video, but I just wrote to them on my feedback saying that I would like to know the reason. So probably they will not answer me, but if they do, I will let you guys know what's happening. So a bit of lag. Okay. So this was a bit crazy because I didn't have, as you guys know, I bought the new MacBook Pro M1, and this is two Thunderbolt 4 ports. I didn't have any of the adapters for the Thunderbolt 4 or USB-C or whatever, so I wasn't able to connect the microphone I have at home and the Focusrite, my audio system here. So I had to go running this morning just to try find an adapter, a Thunderbolt 4 adapter, just to be able to use the microphone I have here and the audio system, which is external to the computer to control everything of the mic and all the sound. Also, they don't have an Ethernet port on the laptop, so I had to buy one with Ethernet, gigabit Ethernet also. This was a big mess this morning. I was just trying to get everything on time to be live with you guys again, which is great. So I'm happy that we are live again, and we are a small community. As I can see here, we have 13 we had 13 guys at the same time. We are a small community, but a very good one. And I also want to apologize for what happened during the weekend because of YouTube. And also thank you guys for asking me all the time what was happening. And even because I didn't have a video yesterday, I was still trying to configure the computer to have everything okay for today. So, and people were asking me on Twitter, so what's happening? Are you having any kind of problem? Because we didn't hear from you for like 2 days. And so thank you guys. So after this small introduction and explanations, let's go, and I will try to see if, so let me put this on the OBS here. And I'm also using the Stream Deck on my iPhone to change scenes, so I hope everything works with the new computer. Let's see. So let's go to screen share. Wow, it worked. So everything is working so far, so I hope everything goes fine, but I bet you guys are going to tell me if anything goes wrong just after I see or analyze the price to time model. So let's go. Let's zoom in. So the price to time model is looking good. As you guys know, when in doubt, zoom out, and the price to time model uses the weekly candles. So this is a weekly model, and so far so good. We haven't touched the 20 simple moving average, the 20-week simple moving average. So we went back up. We even went above the previous week opening, and now we started some kind of a correction a few hours ago. I was still trying to configure the computer, and I didn't have any time to do something with my own positions. So I was, even this morning, before going to buy the adapters for this new laptop, I was thinking about taking some profit on my Ethereum position and Bitcoin trading position, not the hodling position. But anyway, I didn't have the time for that because I was trying to get the computer ready for the live stream, as I promised yesterday. So here we are having a bit of a retracement for this week, and this is still a Tuesday, so we have a few more days till Sunday until we close this candle. But so far, for the price to time model perspective, everything is normal. We are still below the exponential line here, and we are above the 20-week simple moving average, SMA. So from the price to time model perspective or standpoint, everything is normal, and we are still on track to achieve the goals that probably will happen, or which I believe will happen according to this model. So as regarding the price to time model, that's it, the analysis for now. And I'm just going back and check if everything is fine. So I'm going to take a look at the chat. Where is that? It's here. Wow, this small screen. I was used to, my old MacBook Pro was a 15.3 or 0.6 inches. And now I was waiting for the new MacBook Pro 16 inches M1. But as this is going to take a long time because of the chip shortage in the world, so I decided to go ahead and just buy the MacBook Pro 13, and now the screen, I'm not used to it. So the screen is a bit smaller than the other one, so it's not so easy to read the chat because it's a bit distant from my eyes. People are still writing in Portuguese. That's good. Well, at least you are having fun. So I don't see any complaints. So I guess the sound and the video are okay. And this new chip by Apple, the M1, is good. I don't have, it doesn't even have a graphics card on the laptop. So this is the M1, the chip that controls not only the CPU, but the GPU, everything in one. And I guess it's working fine. So far I didn't see any lag even in my recordings when I was testing. So that's good. So guys, let me just go ahead and see the Pro framework. Sorry, I didn't click there. So, wow, we are still going down. So basically we are at support right now. This is a support we have here around the 50, as you guys know already, because we have been there not long ago. We had this support here, and it became resistance when we were trying to get back up with the price action. So let's see, where is the, okay, so basically we have, let me try to draw for you guys here. So we have this cluster, which is a big cluster, by the way. So this is the resistance cluster right now. That's why we have been having this problem of trying to get above the 59, and we didn't for 2 times. So this is around 59 to 60, 69. Let me put this correctly. So this cluster here, which is basically the 59, 60K. We tried to go there for 2 times. Bitcoin price action wasn't able to break this resistance. So we came back down. We are now forming something which I don't really like. So, but I will get to that later, just in a few minutes. So this resistance context here and the gray box below, behind it, you guys can see here. I'm going to zoom so you guys can see it better. So the orange rectangle is the structure we have here on the left, is the resistance context, and also this gray box you see below it, or behind it, sorry. The gray box is the Pro Framework resistance context. So we tried twice, as you guys can see here. Then we had a bear signal. But however, if we continue to go down, this will form the 3rd range boundary here. So let's see what happens next, but probably we will have some kind of retracement. I still don't know where this is going to end, but I would say if we take into account the trend channel, which is the green zigzag here and the red zigzag here, we could probably have a retracement to around 51,000 again. So this is a probability which I'm considering, and we would find support again on this very, very big line of support that has been in the past, and it continues to be now if we go down there to the bottom of the trend channel, the green zigzag. So that's exactly the 23 Fibonacci, which is this green dotted line here. Also the trend channel is converging to that line. The middle of the ranging channel, which is the white ranging channel you guys see here, is also converging to the same point. And if you guys go back to around middle of February this year, you will see that this was a big resistance and then it became support around March. So we had support here from this first retracement, then support there, and the 51K has been a very good support since the, let me check the dates, since the 25th of March. So far it held that date, it held again here the fake 2nd range boundary, which later on broke this support, but this was still the 2nd range boundary by the 18th of April. So the 51K is a very good support so far since the beginning of this year, and as all the lines are converging there, the trend channel, the range channel, the support, everything is converging here, and also the volume by price. You guys can see that the volume by price, the most left part of the volume by price is also around the 51K to the 50K. So I would say that we probably could see 51, 50K again. But if we go below the previous swing low, that would be a bit bearish in my opinion. But I guess Bitcoin is going to test us and try to get rid of some weak hands. So let's see what happens here. I would not like to see the price action go below this area here. But, and this is what I was going to talk about in a few minutes when I said it just a few minutes ago. If this forms a head and shoulders, I don't like it. Because you guys see, if we go back down here and then we do something like that, this will be a disaster. I don't like it. You guys know already what happens if the price action is supported here and then it has a second try to break this support. You guys know that the most probable option is a head and shoulders, and we will go down. So that will be, the neckline is around here, and if we go down, sorry, I have to grab this, we could see the same levels. So if the Head and Shoulders is confirmed, we could see the same levels as we saw back here during around the 25th of April, and we were at around 47k. So if this confirms to be, if we are supported here during this going down, and then we go back here and try to test it again, and this support breaks, I will point to around 47k, or even a bit below if we go to the bottom of the ranging channel, which could take us to where the smart money is just waiting. So this will be around 40 to 44k. So my bet is if we lose this support, and I'm going to just put the box here so you guys can see where the support is exactly. So this is I'm going to draw it from here, but of course it comes from long ago already. But this is the support that I'm talking about. This cluster here. If we lose this support, and if we go below this rectangle, this orange rectangle, I bet that we are going to see lower levels around the 44 to 40k. So that's what I would not like to happen, but if the Head and Shoulders confirms, that's what's going to happen almost for sure. So the probabilities are very high, and let's see what happens there. So I hope you guys saw this, the drawing. And so I'm just zooming so you guys can see the structure that could form here if this support holds the first try and then it breaks on the second. This is what could happen. This white arrow here could take us even 11% more to the downside, and probably this would also be supported, by the way, by the 20-week simple moving average, which is this line coming here in zigzags, coming up here. So everything is pointing to that. I don't really like what's happening. I should have taken some profits this morning. I didn't have the time because I was trying to get the computer ready for the stream. I would have loved to take at least 10-15% profit from my positions in Bitcoin and Ethereum, but this is what we have and I can't do anything now. So I'm just going to wait for that support. Let's see if this holds here. And if this holds but the structure continues to go for a second try, you guys know what can happen. So beware, take care of your positions, and I don't know if you guys want to just use your stop losses or something in case we break this support. Probably we will go down. So that is my, unfortunately for the comeback of the stream, unfortunately this is what we are getting right now. I was hoping to have some kind of breakout to the upside, but we didn't. So let's just see what is happening on the MRI. So the weekly chart, we went above again of my trend line, the line in white that you guys can see here. We went above, but we were rejected again by the 59-60k resistance, and then we came back down. So this could be considered a 1 to 4 correction. However, if during this week we close this candle above the middle of the previous candle and we start to go up again, I will still be very, very bullish on the weekly chart, because if we don't go down and we don't even go below the half of the green candle, that's a very bullish sign. It's a sign that we are being rejected. Okay, we are being rejected by the 59 or 60k resistance, but however, the pressure to buy again the dip is very, very high, very strong. So if we can hold at least half of the green candle and go back up, this will be very bullish. If we go to the bottom of the green candle, but we don't pass to the downside of that candle, it's not very bullish, but it's still a bit bullish. So I would not like to see this red candle to close below the previous candle, which is the green one here. That would be a very bad sign in my opinion. But if we have, for example, as I said before in the Pro framework, if we have going to the downside, so if we break the support around 51 and we go down, as you guys remember, I just said it a few minutes ago, I see the 20-week simple moving average coming here and supporting the price around these levels. So if we touch the 20, that would be a very, very good point for a reversal in the price action going to the upside and probably retest the resistance. And with some luck, probably we can see some new all-time highs soon. But I'm not making any promises until I see what happens with the current candle for this week. I would love it to touch the 20-week simple moving average and reverse the price action from there and going back up. That would be also a very, very bullish sign. So let's wait for the weekly close, see what happened with this red candle. But you should take some precautions just in case you don't want to see your positions going to negative or anything like that. So that's why God invented stop losses. We should use them. I always say that. So this is the weekly candle. Of course, the RSI is going down. The MACD is bearish. As you guys know already, we are seeing some red bars in the weekly chart. Since a long time ago, the last red candle, the last red bar we saw on the MACD was in September 2020. And we are now again seeing some red bars on the MACD, as you guys can see here. So this is from September, and it was a very, very small bar, a very small red bar. Since September last year, we started to see green and light green bars. And for the first time now, for the last 2-3 weeks, we have been seeing the red bars. And of course, the blue line is below the orange line on the MACD, and this is bearish on the weekly. But we still have this hope that the candle closes above, as I said before, just let me repeat it once again. If this red candle closes above the middle of the previous one, or touches the 20-week simple moving average and goes back up like if there was no tomorrow, then this is bullish in my opinion and is a very healthy correction, and it's a sign that the 20-week simple moving average continues to support the weekly candles on their way to the top, which we expect later this year. So that's my weekly forecast. Let's take a look at the daily. So the daily doesn't look good. Of course, we are right now at support. We are touching support, and the price stopped this retracement that was coming down since a few hours ago. So the daily, let me see, this is the 1 of 9 red count. We are on a 4 red count on the weekly. It doesn't look good. So I have to say that according to the MRI, it doesn't look good. We have an MRI warning for a top, which didn't happen on the 9th candle because this candle started earlier to go down, or we could have seen 9 green and an MRI top again, and then it could even be worse than what's happening right now because we started to go down earlier than that candle could have a 9 green. But so far, the 100-day, which is this red moving average coming here, supported the price before, and probably it could support it again if we have this support. As I said, the 50 to 51, 52K support is very strong. Also, the 100-day moving average is coming up, and we could see the price go a bit more to the downside. However, it could stop here and have a reversal, and then we would not see the weekly candle going below the middle of the previous one, the green candle you saw before. The RSI is just in the middle of the territory, so it's just pointing down, but it's neutral. Right now it's just, you know, just ranging on the middle of the territory, so it's not important to me. The MACD turned bullish for a few days, but now is going again down. So if we cross the blue line, if the blue line crosses the orange line, it could also turn bearish, the MACD on the daily, unless the 51K support holds the price and we have a reversal soon. But with this configuration for the week, with this price action structure for the week, I don't see that happening. We will probably see the blue line crossing the orange line and the MACD becoming bearish on the daily too. However, it's not so bad because the BitMEX funding rate is not so high, and we are going to see it just now on the 4 hour. So let's check the BitMEX funding rate. I like that candle, by the way, on the 4 hour. I like this candle here because this candle usually, if this closes like that, it could be green. If it just goes a bit more to the upside, it could turn green. But even red, this also is a candle I like because sometimes it indicates reversal of the price action. But I'm not going to speak about this candle right now because we still have 3 hours to go. But the fact that we came down here and we started to feel the pressure of the of people buying Bitcoin, it went back up again, and it's forming this doji. If this doji closes green, I would like it very much. So let's see how this candle evolves. And the volume, I didn't check the volume. Let me just go back to the daily chart for a second. So the volume continues to go sideways, but we are not going down as before. So that's also a small but good sign. Let's see the 4 hour again. So the doji is still there. It's not moving. So the buy pressure is high. The support is strong. And if we can hold this position here and have a reversal to the upside, it better be good, because if we just go to the upside a bit and then we start to form a head and shoulders, I don't like it. It's even worse than what's happening right now. I would prefer to break the support now, go down, touch the 20-week simple moving average and go back up, than having a head and shoulders here. So you guys know that already. So the RSI is good on the 4 hour. It's going almost to the oversold territory. It's very close. So this could indicate that we will not go much more to the downside for now, and probably hold a bit on that support and see what happens in the next few hours or days. The MACD, of course, is completely bearish on the 4 hour. So this is not a surprise with the current price structure. So I'm not even going to talk about it. But let's see how the BitMEX funding rate is on the 4 hour chart. That looks good to me. It's not very high. The premium is pointing up. We are... let me just check the percentage. So this is around 0.01. So it's not so high. It's a good BitMEX funding rate for the bull case. If we had this above the threshold right now, those candles you saw on the 4 hour and the daily would be much, much bigger. So the fact that almost no one is using leverage to go long, it's a good sign, because this will not pressure the market to go down. So I like the BitMEX funding rate as it is right now. It's very low compared to the previous bars we have here, very extended to the upside. None of them crossed the my threshold of 0.11. However, the pre-B was very high and the longs were also over leveraged. Here it was already somewhat a big leverage on BitMEX. Okay, so let's close that and let's just confirm. The doji is fighting. It was green, now it's red. It was green, now it's red. So let's see what happens with that doji. We still have 3 hours to go. Exactly 3 hours to go right now. So let me just check the 1 hour and then we can chat a bit. Wow, the 1 hour has a really big doji. Okay, wow, the doji just closed green right now on the hourly. So On the other chart, we still have 3 hours to go, but this one was just closed now. The doji, as you guys can see, turned out to be green. The price is now on a new candle, exactly at the same level, but this one became green. So that's not bad. That's not bad. I like that candle there. So let's see the BitMEX funding rate on the 1 hour, and it's about it's not easy to see. It's 0.01. Yeah, it's 0.009, but I would call it 0.01, and it's exactly the same as the 4 hour. So on the hourly chart, the RSI is oversold territory, is inside the oversold territory, also indicating that we could stop here for some kind of reversal. And it looks good. The first candle on the hourly is going back up like there is no tomorrow. You guys see the candle growing there. So that's good for the hourly. However, the hourly is not so relevant when compared to the 4 hours or the daily. So let's see what happens. Okay, guys. So for the analysis for now, I will look into your questions. Let's go. I want to read everyone on the chat going like crazy. So let me just put this on the 4 hours so we can check if you guys have any questions. So far, you guys can see on the 4 hour, I just came back to the 4 hour. The doji is now green and going back up. So I hope we don't stop on that moving average over there and go back down again. And if we could have a reversal here and not forming the head and shoulders, which I would much love not to happen, that would be a very good thing. So let's see. I have to move my mic a bit because I can't see the chat, but I guess now I can see it a bit better. Sorry for that. Had to cut the mic for a second there. I'm coughing a bit today. So let me go to the chat. Let's see if anyone is asking some questions. You guys are too quiet. You guys should be. I don't even need to turn on the slow motion. What's the name for that? Some kind of slow motion for the chat where people can only write every 20 seconds or 10 seconds or something like that, because you guys don't write anything. Come on, guys, I'm back. I was banned just for 2 days. That's it. I'm back. Just write something. Ask me questions. Let's have a conversation here. So someone was... I didn't check the stocks. I didn't check the stocks market. So Hank Jones is asking if stocks go down, will Bitcoin follow? Let me. It's the first time on the channel that I'm going to open the. Where is that? S&P 500 here. Let's see what's happening here. Wow, it's going down too, but it's supporting on the 50 period moving average. Let me check the weekly. Well, this is due for a correction. Wow, we have an MRI top on the weekly. Exactly, an MRI top here. I bet I didn't see the live stream of Tone Vase's live stream today. What's happening? Okay. So guys, as you can see, so in the weekly chart of the S&P 500, we have an MRI top for this week. I would say that we have a few more days of downside for the S&P 500 according to the MRI. And if you notice here, the 20 period moving average supported the price since this big drop here. The 20 period moving average has been supporting the price once, twice, 3 times there, almost touched 3 times. And I'm still bullish on the S&P 500, by the way. but we could see, I think we are due for a small correction here, because the MRI top is even saying that we are going down. And as you guys can see, exactly on the same candle, we had the MRI top, we are going down. So the MRI is a very good indicator. It gives you a very good indication of the reversal of the price action. And you guys, if you are interested, of course, the link is down there, so you can go to the description. I don't see a real correlation unless we go down to the 20 period moving average here, and Bitcoin does exactly the same at the same time and touches the 20 weekly moving average and also has a reversal of the price. I don't see, except for that, I don't see any correlation right now between the S&P 500 and Bitcoin. We are having different price structures. As you guys can see, the S&P 500 has been going up for a long time already, since this big reversal here on just after the COVID story in March 2020. And Bitcoin has been going up. However, it has been retracing a lot in the last few weeks, and the S&P 500 only this week started to go down. So I don't see a big correlation there unless they both go touch the 20-week moving average, simple moving average, and have a reversal again on the price action. So for this week, probably we could say if they both go down to the moving average, they probably could be a bit correlated, but I don't see, overall, I don't see on the weekly big correlation between the S&P 500 and Bitcoin. Okay, where was I? Tiago says that he's working, but he's listening to the live stream. So that's good, Tiago. I hope your boss doesn't see you watching or at least listening to the live stream. Delay. There's a bit of delay, says Jess Boland. You mean delay on the video, or do you mean that the audio and the video are out of sync? I need to know that because this is a new computer, so it's the first time I'm using this computer for a live stream, and probably I will have some fine-tuning to do still until everything goes fine. So Humberto Oliveira is asking, what indicators do you use in the TradingView app? So, okay. So basically I have two main strategies that come from two main indicators which I use, and I use them both together because it gives me a better perspective. I don't rely just on one indicator or the other. I usually look at both at the same time. So the main indicators I use are the MRI and the Pro Indicators framework. These are the two indicators I use. This one you guys see here, the one that creates all these numbers here and the stars and the MRI tops and bottoms. This is the MRI indicator by Tone Vase. You guys have the link on the description of the video. And the other one is the Pro Indicators framework, which includes the Pro Indicators here and the Pro Momentum down here. So this one is, actually it has three indicators in one. The other one is just alarm system for when you set your alarms, for example, to go off if there's a third range boundary, or if there's a breakout and you are not looking at the charts at that moment. This third one just gives you an alarm, but I'm not using that one because I spend too much time looking at the charts every day, which I shouldn't, but I do. So I'm not using the alarm system. I'm just using the Pro Indicator framework and the Pro Momentum, which is the sine wave and the momentum down here, which also give you some signs of divergence, bearishness, bullishness, take profits and some stuff like that. So I like to have this one, and I like to have the MRI and just use them in both at the same time to have a better, wider view of the markets. So thank you, Umberto, for your question. Net Drifter, glad to see you're back. Yeah, I'm also glad to be back. As I promised yesterday, I'm doing this live stream during the middle of the week, just because I was a few days without recording any videos for you guys, and also not having any live stream during the weekend. So this is a special live stream special today, and I don't even know how long have I been streaming. Let me check here. I've been streaming for 1 hour and 25 minutes already. Wow. This is overextended. No, sorry. No, this is wrong. Oh, yeah, because I'm... sorry, guys, because the OBS gives me the time since I started to stream to YouTube, but for the first 45 minutes, I was not live. I was just fine-tuning everything, and you guys were listening to some music with that nice background I have. So actually, I started at 5:30. So it's now 6:10. So I've been streaming. I've been talking to you guys for 40 minutes already. But I will be able to stay here a bit longer if you guys also participate and want me to stay here. So that was the S&P 500. Let me just go back here to the Bitcoin charts. That's the weekly. We are retracing a bit to the upside again. Let me just go to the 4-hour, and we can see it a bit better in real time. So the Doji is still there. It's still green. We could see a reversal here. That would be great. Amazing. I would love that. And this would be a higher low. If this closes like that and we start to go up, this would be a higher low, and that's a very good sign. Okay, let me go back to the chat. So JCE Bolam asks me, why don't I check the funding rate on other exchanges, just BitMEX? I can do that exchange by exchange, but the only indicator that gives you the funding rate is this one, at least to my knowledge, unless you know some other indicator on TradingView that also gives you the other exchanges. But the only one I know on TradingView, at least the free ones, only give you the BitMEX funding rate, because BitMEX is the if you look at the group of leveraged exchanges, this one is BitMEX is the one with the most volume. So that's why almost all indicators go check BitMEX funding rate. Thiago is working at home. That's nice. Then your boss can see you. That's very good. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Alexander Simões says BTCD is extremely oversold. Do you think it will recover with a drop of BTC versus fiat, alt dropping more, or a drop only on alts and BTC roaring up versus fiat? Actually, to answer that, let me just go check the dollar first, because I didn't check the dollar chart for a long time. So the dollar is going back up. I don't like it. I don't like it because I was hoping for the dollar to go down a bit more. Let's see the weekly chart. Yeah, so the dollar went up, then it went down. This is a 1 to 4 candle correction, and if we start to go up again, it's not good for Bitcoin. It's not good for Bitcoin. I would much prefer a weak dollar, preferably going below the 89 on the Dixie, on the DXY. We had an MRI top, although this was already 2 candles after the real top. We had a sell signal, however, then the dollar started to go back up again, and I don't like that. So this is not very good for Bitcoin. If the dollar continues to be strong, Bitcoin will not easily break the resistance and see new all-time highs. So let's check the BTCD dominance. Wow. Well, we are approaching the MRI bottom. So as you guys can see here, this was perfectly timed again. So we had an MRI. Oh no, this was supposed to be an MRI bottom. And then we continue to the downside again. So if we have another MRI bottom, this will be the second consecutive MRI bottom, which is good. It's also a good indication that we could see a reversal on the Bitcoin dominance. Is this still the weekly? Yeah, this is still the weekly. However, I like to see this one on the... So that's why you guys understand now why I like to have the two indicators. Wow, this is over extended to the downside. It broke all the contacts, all the channels, everything. I believe that we could be about to see a reversal on Bitcoin dominance. Not just because the pro indicators tells me that we are overextended below the support channel. I also have two bull signals here on the pro momentum and the MRI also. That's why I use both of them. Also, the MRI is telling me that next week we will have an MRI bottom, a second consecutive MRI bottom. So we might be on the verge of a reversal of Bitcoin dominance, but for that, the last thing we need. So the MRI is telling us that next week will be an MRI bottom, which probably will indicate a reversal of the price action. The pro momentum is giving me bull signals that we are about to reverse also, and we are way overextended below the support context. But the third thing I would love to see happen, and this will definitely help Bitcoin dominance go back up, is the dollar going down. And below 89 would be like the cherry on top of the cake for me, if we go below 89 on the Dixie. So I foresee that we could have some kind of reversal here, and probably altcoins will not continue the so desired alt season for now. Actually, we have been having an alt season already for some time. Ethereum is just going crazy, as you guys know. Today we were almost at $3,500 for Ethereum, unless I didn't check and we went above it. Let me go here. Actually, we crossed it, $3,534.50. So we crossed the 3,500 mark against the US dollar. Of course, let me just check what happened against Bitcoin, and we went to 0.63. We didn't see that for a long time already, and I have been here for a few years. So yeah, answering your question, I see the Bitcoin dominance probably having a reversal soon, if not this week, probably next week. And if the dollar goes down instead of going up, as it's doing now, this will be the definite, the third point that will help Bitcoin dominance go back up again. Do you use Pro Indicator on assets other than crypto? Yeah, the Pro Indicator framework works with any asset. So this was a question by Hank Jones. The Pro Indicator framework, if you guys go visit the site, you have the link down there too. So I have the links for the MRI indicator and the Pro framework. And you can use it with any kind of asset. As long as you have a chart, you can use both the MRI and the Pro framework indicators. Dylan Schnettler, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. So he's asking about Ethereum BTC pair. But going forward with exchanging fully to BTC from your ETH bag. Yeah, so let me go to, is this the weekly? Yeah, this is the weekly. Let me check the monthly just to go back in time here. That's the problem. I don't like this candle here. We have this big wick on Coinbase. Maybe I can, I don't remember if I have another one. Let me check this one here. Yeah. Okay, this one is better to analyze it. And let me also go to the Pro Framework indicator here. And this chart here, it's the same chart. I can also take it to the weekly and we can see we have a better view here. We almost crossed the top of the resistance context, which is the gray box. The gray boxes you see here coming back down. I see this continuing. I see a very bullish. I see a very bullish structure. This could be a third. This could be a third wave of 5 to the upside. We had several. So we had a double bottom here. We had a squeeze also in the price action. We started to go up, and you guys see that since let me check the date, since March last year, so more than 1 year ago, we have been having always higher highs and higher lows. So this is a low, that's a low, a higher low, and a higher low, and this is a higher high, and a higher high. Of course, in the last few weeks, we have been seeing Ethereum going up like crazy against the Bitcoin pair. It's very, very likely that we are going to see some kind of correction. Let me check. So this is the weekly. Let me check the daily here. 1 day. Yeah, we are overextended. We are overextended above the resistance context. We had some bear signals already. We continue to go up like crazy, but I guess we are reaching a point where we could see a bit of a correction. Even the indicator is giving me the ceiling here, the most probable ceiling here, so I don't see this going up eternally. I see, actually we had a bit of a correction already today against Bitcoin, and we are now stationary around 0.06, although we went up to 0.64. So yeah, I'm still bullish on Ethereum, both on the USD pair and the BTC pair, especially because BTC is correcting and ranging and accumulating. So you guys know already for some time, if you have been here for a few years, that every time Bitcoin goes down, or Bitcoin, not really when it goes down, but when it's ranging, just not going to all-time highs and also not going really, really down like in a bear market, Ethereum takes advantage of that, usually against the Bitcoin pair, and goes up a bit. So this was crazy. This was a bit crazy, this move up here against Bitcoin. So about the timing, I'm waiting. I believe that we can see .1 Ethereum against the Bitcoin pair, and I also believe that we can go much higher on the USD pair. So I will patiently wait. I probably will not unload 100% of my Ethereum bags into Bitcoin immediately at once, but probably I will take some nice profits and try to increase my Bitcoin hodling position. So my timing is something in between 0.08 and 0.1. That's when I would start thinking about taking some profits on the BTC pair. However, if I see a big reversal on Ethereum, I might probably take profits into US dollar and hold the US dollar position until Ethereum goes down again and has a correction, We have seen some corrections in the past, as you guys see here. This is against Bitcoin, but if I go back to the USD pair, so this one, you guys see this here. So we corrected a few times already against US. So Ethereum USD, this is Coinbase. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Coinbase is nice, okay. So we had a few corrections and then we continued. So first range boundary, second, third, fourth, and this was a very bullish fourth range boundary here. I didn't mark it on the chart because I was not following it then. Then we had a breakout of the third range boundary here. We had trend continuation, and now we are reaching the very vertical price action, which probably will start some kind of correction. I am pissed off at myself because when I was taking coffee this morning, I saw that this would be a great opportunity to take some profits against the USD pair. And I didn't do it because I was in a hurry to buy some stuff for the computer and to be able to have the live stream. But anyway, it's not your fault, guys. I should have thought about this before, and I could have taken some profits around here, which I was looking at the charts. I saw it at 3,475, and I was about to do it on my mobile phone, but I decided to wait until I came back home, and then now it's a bit below. Now it's 3,265. So I will think what to do after the stream. Okay, let's see. So I hope, Dylan, I hope I answered your question about my timings. My timings depend on basically it depends on the BTC pair. If you go above 0.08 or even 0.1, that will be the start of my timing to start taking some profits on the BTC pair. If I see that this is going exponentially up and it's due for a correction, I might hold some USD, so sell some Ethereum for USD on the USD pair just to hold some profits and then get back in if it has a bigger correction until the right timing comes to unload the bags into Bitcoin. Paul is saying 45 minutes. Yeah, I'm not even looking at that. So let me see. Well, the actual stream is already 1 hour and 45 minutes, but of course I started talking at 5:30, so it's now about 1 hour. What do you guys think? Let me just go back to the chat. Wrong button here. So let me see if I have any more questions. Thank you very much. Great stream. Could you have a look at gold? Yeah, sure. Sometimes I don't check some charts because I just forget to do it on the stream. But if you guys ask me, I can take a look. So let's see on the Pro framework what's happening. I'm bullish gold. I just look at it and I'm bullish already. So we had this retracement here, this zigzag going down. We found support not only on the support context but also the support trend channel, the green zigzag here. We went back up, so we had a kind of a double bottom, as you guys can see. Let me check. Let me zoom a bit. So the price structure, I like the double bottom. This is almost like Bitcoin. It's almost what Bitcoin did recently. So the double bottom then reversed the price action to the upside. We had a bit of resistance and then we continued to go up. But we now achieved this, we just hit the top of the trend channel. So it's normal that you have a bit of retracement when you hit the trend channel top, this red zigzag. We also had a bear signal. So it's normal that for this is the 1 day chart. Let me check the weekly. Yeah, so the weekly is having a second range boundary and we have a bullish signal here. However, the momentum is reaching the high. So the 82 mark. So we could see, let me check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I bet this was this level of 1600, this level here around 1679. This was the bottom for some time. So I continue to see gold, although having small retracements on the way, I continue to see gold going back up, at least to form a third range boundary around the 1960 level, $1,960. I would see it forming a third range boundary over there on the weekly chart. Let me take a look again at the daily. And let's check if this is the level that the indicator tells me 1,915. So I was off by about $45. I was off for $45, but that's where I see gold going in the next few months. I would see it going at least to 1,900, and then possibly forming a new a third range boundary on the weekly, which here would correspond to a different number, of course, but I prefer to see it on the weekly because gold is a bit slow as compared to Bitcoin. So let's see. Pedro Gomes, do you only have Bitcoin and Ethereum? Which altcoins do you have? Wow, you got me there. You guys know already I'm a bit of a maximalist. For those who read my, let me just go here. I will show you guys. Where is that? Here. Yeah. So this is my Medium account, and I have a post here. And let me just increase that. Okay. So I hope you guys can see it. So I have this post on Medium, and it's called "The Simple Science Behind the Price-to-Time Model and How Bitcoin Will Top Around 283K for the third halving cycle," which is the one we are experiencing now. If you read this article, and I can... you can just search for that title. So "The Simple Science Behind the Price-to-Time Model," the P2T model. If you search for that on Medium, you will for sure get this article. The link is a bit long, so I can put it. Maybe this link is already on this description. I'm not really sure, but I think it is on the description of the video. If you guys read this article, you guys know that I was a bit crazy when I started in crypto. I started around 2015, by the end of the year, in beginning 2016, to hear about Bitcoin and something strange happening, so different. And of course, during 2017, I bought my first Bitcoin. I have a small of a story of myself here. And you guys also know that I bought some altcoins during that period. By the end of the year, the last quarter of 2017 and the first quarter of 2018, I bought some altcoins. I did very badly in some of them. One great example of how bad I did, I bought Salt, and then Salt went to zero. So that's just one of the examples. Let me go. So you guys know already the title. It's here again. Let me just zoom before I continue the story. So that's the title you should look for on medium.com, and you can read a small story about myself and how the price-to-time model is done. And if you read that, you know I had some altcoins. So that's why I showed you this article. Okay, so let me go back. Where was I? TradingView, yeah. So BTC USD, let's put a chart there. We are again above the 54,000. That's good. So I'm just going to leave it there, and let's see what happens. And this is the, okay, 4 hour, but I'm going to change that for Bitcoin. Okay, so you guys can see while I talk, you guys can see what's happening to Bitcoin here. So I have a few other coins. I'm not going to show you my complete portfolio because I would have to show you also how much I have invested, and I don't want to show that on a live stream. But I can tell you I have a few shit coins. Yes, not altcoins. I call them shit coins. I have a few since the last time I bought some shitcoin was around the first quarter of 2018. I just kept those bags, very small bags. It's not so, they are not very, very big positions. They are very small, actually, compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum. They are very, very small. It's not even 1%. All the shitcoins I have together are not even 1% of my portfolio, just for you guys to have an idea. However, I had a big disappointment with Salt because I invested, I don't remember, by that time I think it was close to $2,000 and it went back down to zero. So I lost those 2K there. And I have Ripple. I have Ripple that I bought really cheap in the beginning of, and at the last quarter of 2017. I bought it really cheap. I still have it. I never sold it. I don't care. I just thought to myself, if this one day goes to $10, I will sell it then. If this goes back to zero, I don't care because it's not such a big position. I also have a few Stellar, a few Vibrate. Vibrate is very small position. Like I invested I don't even know, like $200, something like that. Just to test it. This was just a test because I didn't believe in Vibrate. I just wanted to see where this was going. So, and Cardano. I also have Cardano. This is a bit bigger position as compared to the other ones. And I don't remember. I had Doge. In 2018. And actually, I had a small position in Doge and I doubled my position and I sold it. I never really cared about Doge because it's a meme coin and I found it really funny. But this was like, I don't even remember how much I put there. Maybe $500, $300 maximum. Then I doubled my money and I sold it. And this was years ago. And I never bought Doge again. And I don't remember which other ones I have. I'm trying to think. I can't remember anymore. Oh, Neo. I also had Neo. I think I still have Neo. A few coins. I don't even remember, guys. There are so small positions. I don't even remember. This is all in my portfolio. I don't even go there just to check the shit coins. I just check Bitcoin and Ethereum every day. And so in my scale of relevance, I would say Bitcoin is the coin. Then you have one altcoin which I could consider as big as an altcoin as Ethereum, and all the rest I call them shitcoins. So you guys know me already, but of course if I see some good opportunities with shitcoins, why not trade it, right? Why not trade it? So I'm not so fanatic like that. So Pedro, I hope I answered your question. And then we have Yellen spread it further about higher interest rates helped the dollar, crashed markets. Exactly. So that's the problem. Those guys, they will use all the weapons they have to make the dollar look strong, although we already know that the dollar is very weak at this moment and the hyperinflation is coming. Not just because of the COVID relief measures and all the money they are printing in the United States, but also all over the world. Lots of countries have been spending more than they have just because of that crap, COVID crap. So I believe that's just FUD because I don't see they're raising the interest on the dollar higher. Let's see, how did you write that? Higher interest rates, exactly. I guess they will not be able to do it for a long time because they have to print and print and print more money just to try to get out of a situation which will even get worse when they print more money. So it's not easy. I would not like to be the president of the Fed right now. So let's see. Perfect. You gonna hold for the 44K? Man, I'm gonna hold, yeah, because I still have some cash on the side. So Dylan, is that Schnettler? Is that how you pronounce your name? I don't. Sorry if I can't pronounce it. I never saw your name before. I will probably hold if we go to 44, 42K and then buy more. If that happens, unless I see an opportunity to get out, if I see that head and shoulders forming, then probably I will not stay there with my trading position. Of course, I will never sell my hodling position. So you guys know already I have a hodling position, I have a trading position, and the only one I could sell, which is smaller than the hodling position. So the only one I could sell would be the trading position. If I see that, for example, a head and shoulders pattern is forming, I could try to protect my trading position there and try to get back in a bit lower, around 44, 42K, I don't know. Great, thanks. You went 20x long on the CFD broker some time ago. Yeah, I agree with you, Max Schmidt. I agree with that. Yeah, you should never gamble with Bitcoin. You can, I mean, if you guys have nice portfolios and you have nice hodling positions and you just use a small percentage for trading, yeah, if you guys like to gamble a bit, just put a few bucks in a shitcoin and see if you can get to 10,000. But I don't really like to bet on shitcoins. I did something. I bought some in 2018, and as I said before, I lost a few $1,000, and it wasn't pretty back then because I didn't have the portfolio I have today, of course. I had much less in my portfolio, so it hurt a bit to lose a few thousand. But anyway, I'm still here. I recovered, and that's it. How about Safe Moon? Man, I don't even know Safe Moon. I never saw it in front of me. We never went to have dinner together. I don't even know what that is. Safe Moon, what's that? You guys realize we have around, the last time I checked, we had around 10,000 shitcoins. You can't expect me to know each and every one of them, right? I heard about Link, I heard about Polkadot and a few others that are really fashionable these days, but I don't know them all. Sorry. Spot on, Dylan. Yeah. Percentage trade versus hodl on your portfolio. Let me see if I can remember the numbers without opening the portfolio spreadsheet. I would say it's about my trading position as compared to the hodl position varies a bit between 5 and 10%. But I usually never go above the 10% of my complete portfolio. So what I usually do is I use from 5 to 10% in different positions, different trading positions. But if I put all my trading positions together in different assets, that would be a maximum of 10% of my total portfolio. And that's what I use to increase the hodl position, which is also not just Bitcoin, as you guys know. Let me just check. Guys, I really enjoy being here, but let's try to keep it 15 minutes more. So about 7 p.m. Portuguese time, so 15 more minutes. My ass hurts already from sitting here all this time. I hope I don't get banned because saying ass live. Let's see what happens. You guys know already, if the stream ends abruptly, you guys know it's because you can't say ass live. What I like is it shows a lot of confidence in the overall value and roadmap of Bitcoin. What is it, Dylan? What I like is it shows it what? It shows a lot of confidence. You guys know I follow some YouTubers also, and I follow one specific YouTuber, a blonde guy of Swedish origins. I don't want to say the name, but you guys know already who this is. I don't know if he was born there or not, or his parents maybe are Swedish. But I follow this guy, and he's crazy about Link. So I sometimes I watch his videos and live streams, and he's always talking about Link and how much he bought of Link and stuff like that. Oh, the fact that I have 90%. It's not just BTC, of course. I also have a hodl position of Ethereum, which I will unload if the right timing comes, of course. But yeah, I have 100% confidence. I would say, okay, 99.99999% of confidence that Bitcoin is here to stay, and we will see Bitcoin for many, many years, and Bitcoin will still exist after I die. I hope of very old age. And that's how confident I am, leaving a big part of my portfolio in a hodl position of Bitcoin. Yeah, you are right, Dylan. BTC a good entry, 48K. Let's see. For that I need to go to my Pro framework, because that's where I usually see the nice entries. And let's check the 4-hour first, and then we will compare it with the daily chart. So I would say that any price level starting, let's see, starting from 44. Okay, if it's really hard to go there, but it's possible. But I would start around 45K to 40, which I don't believe we could go lower than that, or maybe just a big week if something really crazy happens and Bitcoin could have a week or a shadow, as you guys prefer to call it, a candle shadow or a week. Could go below 40, but I don't see any candles closing soon below 40. So I would say that a very good, and in my opinion, that's where all the smart money is waiting. They are waiting around the 40 to 44K, possibly 45. But I don't see that happening very easily. So I would much more prefer a fourth range boundary to come back down, but not going below the second range boundary level, which would give me a very high level of confidence that we could see a reversal and new all-time highs after that, and possibly breaking the breakout level of the previous third range boundary of the other range that you guys see here on the left. That's the orange dashed line here. And if we go for a fourth range boundary, but it doesn't go below the second, that's a very good indication that we could touch the 20 weekly moving average, the SMA, the simple moving average, which is this line, this gray line coming up here. And if we go to that price level, and you guys see that if the head and shoulders pattern forms and this arrow indicates the possible price level that we could go to the downside, we could touch that exactly around the same level as the second range boundary that we had before. So I don't see it going much lower than that for the short term, but I can tell you guys that all the smart money is waiting, starting at 40K, going to 44 or 45K. This 5,000 interval from 40K to 45 is where all the smart money is just waiting to get your Bitcoins. If you have weak hands, they will appreciate and applaud you. So don't forget that. This is where they all are waiting. BTC a good entry at 48. I would say that if it goes to 48 and you see that the price action is not going below that and the support is very good and probably you could see a reversal. If that's the dip, if 48 is the dip, then I would buy it at 48. But if we break this level, as I said this at the beginning of my analysis of today, but I can repeat it for the ones that did not see it. If this support holds for now, and then Bitcoin starts to go for this structure, and this would be a head and shoulders, as you guys can see here. If this is a head and shoulders confirmed, and then we break the support and go below 10% more, that's, I completely forgot what I was saying, but this is the best price level to buy again, is when we touch the 20-week simple moving average. But as I was saying, so if this pattern forms and this is confirmed and we break the support, I will be looking to buy again, at least at the same level as the second range boundary, which is this dip here. But if we go below, I bet this will be for a very short time, because all the smart money is just waiting for you guys here. If you guys sell your Bitcoins, they are waiting for you here, and they will just cherish you selling your Bitcoin. So if you have big bucks waiting on the sidelines, probably you want to wait for the 44, 45, 43 level. But if you just want to buy a small position and you are not into Bitcoin yet or something like that, I would say that if we get down here around the second range boundary level, the previous one, I would start buying, DCAing, dollar cost averaging at around 48 and continue going down if Bitcoin goes down, and just always keep some money on the side until you see a reversal, and then you can go all in. That's my opinion, but this is not financial advice. That's what I would do if I had a small cash position to go into Bitcoin. If I had a big cash position to go into Bitcoin, I would stay waiting on the sidelines for you guys, for the guys that have weak hands to sell their Bitcoin and bye-bye. The 1760 referred to gold. What do you mean by that, Max? Sorry, sometimes I lose I lose track of what you were saying before in the chat. It's not easy to keep up with different people talking about different topics. So is everything okay so far, by the way? Can you guys write number one if audio and video are synced and everything is good with the stream? So, for example, if I do this and you guys see my fingers snapping and you guys hear the sound at the same time, just write a 1. If the sound is not in perfect sync with the video, write a 0 or something like that. And then probably you'll have to wait another week for a live stream, because I will have to fine-tune the computer again. Sorry guys, I had to vape a bit because I've been here for more than an hour talking to you guys. Hey, everyone is saying 1. That's good. Finally, my computer is working fine. I think I made a good buy, by the way. If you guys are into Apple, you guys should definitely try the new MacBook Pros M1. the ARM architecture. You don't even have a graphics card inside the laptop. It's one single chip. The M1 is doing the CPU part and the GPU part all in one, and it's great. It's so fast. As you guys can see, I don't have any problems. I think so far I don't have any problems with the out of sync problem I had with my previous MacBook Pro. Good. So guys, let me check the time. We have about 5 minutes to 7 p.m. And you guys know already, in this house, I'm the chef. I have to cook dinner every night. So it's about time to go to the kitchen and relax a bit and forget that Bitcoin exists and release all the stress of the day, just looking at the charts and seeing Bitcoin going down. So let's take one last question. Make it hard. Make it a hard question that probably I'll have to show my portfolio. No, I will not do that. Awesome insights. Thanks. You have a good Eve. Got to run. Yeah, sure, Dylan. Nice to see you here, and I hope you come back in the next stream. And probably this will be the next live stream. Probably will be Saturday as usual. I will try to make it at 5 p.m. instead of 5:30. Today I had to delay it for half an hour because of the configurations of the computer. Have a nice one, Dylan. Thank you for coming. And as to the rest of you guys, if you want to ask me something else, you are entitled to at least one more question. And then I will have to call it a day. Dinner time, says Maria here. I guess that means I have to go to the kitchen. Everyone knows that. Go, Cookie. Paul, you are a very loyal follower. I have to start imagining some kind of a way to, you know, give something back to the loyal followers, to reward, some kind of reward for being such loyal followers here on this channel. We are still a small community, but a very good one. I have no doubts about that. At least no one is shilling leverage trading exchanges. No one is getting paid to shill crap to you guys. And also everyone... Have a great evening. What's that? Is that Russian? I can't even read it from here. Oh, I understand that. And have a nice appetite. Yeah. Okay, guys, let's call it a day then. I hope this stream was nice and you guys enjoyed it, and I promised a longer stream today because of what YouTube did. So let me just, I will go back to only me on the screen and stop screen share. Here I am. Let me get the mic a bit closer. Let me check. Yeah, so here I am. Wow, this is so high. I don't need that so high. So guys, again, thank you very much for coming to this stream today. I know I promised to have a special live stream special today, a bit longer than usual, which would be 1 hour, but today it was a bit longer. And all that because, as you guys know, I was live streaming on Saturday, and out of nothing, YouTube just banned me after 10 minutes of starting my live stream. I still don't know why. I asked them kindly to explain to me what was wrong about the algorithm that was checking my channel, and probably I said some word or words or group of words or probably something else, I don't know, but they still did not answer me, so I guess they will not answer. They will keep it a secret and not help people to improve. But however, because of that, I decided to have this live stream today, just to apologize for what happened and for being so many days not uploading any videos or making any live streams. So that's it. Guys, if you enjoyed this content, as usual, gently press the like button. Don't smash it, because we need it for the next live stream. And subscribe to the channel. Bring your friends, tweet about it, share the streams with your friends, and tell them to come here and learn something with all of us and participate. And I will for sure see you guys in the next one. So for now, this is it, and I hope to see you on the recorded videos of this week and the next live stream, which should be on Saturday 5 p.m. So I will see you guys there. Bye bye.